In arms.
All persons not entitled to privileges of the floor under the rules of the Senate must now vacate the chamber.
Please rise for the invocation by Deacon Michael Lynch, Good Shepherd Catholic Church, and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Thank you. Almighty and loving God, bless all who hold the office of senator in our state, that they may do their work in a spirit of wisdom and justice and compassion. Help each of these in this chamber to use their authority during their session to serve faithfully and promote the general welfare of our Commonwealth. I thank you for the men and the women who serve our state as senators and in all leadership roles. Provide them each day with reminders of why they chose to seek election and to dedicate their lives to public service. Give them peace when their work takes them away from their families, for whom we also offer prayers. Grant your guidance to all in this chamber and to all men and women who act in leadership roles. May they live and govern according to your word. Because you told us a house divided against itself cannot stand, I pray for them to be unified in righteousness for the sake of our state. These and all their personal prayers I offer to you in your holy name. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
All right. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Senator Berg, Senator Boswell, Senator Carpenter, Senator Carroll, Senator Chambers Armstrong, Senator Clemens, Senator Deneen, Senator Douglas, Senator Elkins, Senator Funky Fromeyer, Senator Girdler, Senator Givens, Senator Herron, Senator Higdon, Senator Howell, Senator Maiden, Senator Mays Bledsoe, Senator McDaniel, Senator Meredith, Senator Mills, Senator Neal, Senator Nemes, Senator Nunn, Senator Rocky Adams, Senator Rawlings, Senator Reed, Senator Richardson, Senator Smith, Senator Stivers,
Here.
Senator Storm, Senator Thomas, Senator Tishner, Senator Webb, Senator West, Senator Wheeler, Senator Williams, Senator Wilson, Senator Wise.
Wilson is here. There being 37 members present, a quorum is declared. Senate is authorized and prepared to do business. First order of business would be excuse of the absent senator. Senator from Taylor.
Mr. President, I move that the absent senator be excused, please.
Without objection, the absent senator is excused. Next order of business is approval of the journal. Senator from Taylor.
Mr. President, I move that the journal from Friday, March the 20th, 2026 be approved as written.
Without objection, the journal from March 20th, 2026 is approved as written. Senator from Taylor.
Mr. President, we thank all those watching us today on KET, watching also live stream, or those that may be in the annex viewing room of our daily proceedings on the Senate floor as we conduct day 52 of this 60-day legislative session. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Senator from Taylor. Day 52? That means we only have 8 days left. Senator from Grayson.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Clerk of the House is here to communicate with our Senate.
Madam Clerk, welcome to the Senate.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, the House has passed House Bill 889, Senate Bills 4, 5, 46, and 245 with letter, and respectfully request concurrence with this honorable body. Also, the House has refused to concur with Senate committee subs on House Bill 900 and is returning same with letter.
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
You're welcome.
Senator from Scott.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Enrollment Committee has met and finds that House Bill 312 is in order and ready for your signature.
Oh, yeah. Chair is ready to sign House Bill 312. Now, Mr. Clerk, we have no need for second reading of bills on the calendar, but we do have a report of committee activity, do we not? I have a report of committee. Yes. Please proceed.
The Agriculture Committee has met and reports House Bill 142 should pass as consent with Senate Committee Sub 1. House Bill 212 should pass as consent. House Bill 542 should pass as consent. House Bill 571 should pass as consent. House Bill 658 should pass with Senate Committee Sub 1 and Senate Committee Amendment 1 title. The Banking and Insurance Committee has met and reports House Bill 144 should pass as consent with Senate Committee Sub 1. House Bill 169 should pass as consent. House Bill 568 should pass with Senate Committee Sub 1. House Bill 627 should pass with Senate Committee Sub 1. The Families and Children Committee has met and reports House Bill 669 should pass. House Bill 778 should pass as consent with Senate Committee Sub 1. House Bill 781 should pass. The Licensing and Occupations Committee has met and reports House Bill 36 should pass the rules as consent with Senate Committee Sub 1 and Senate Committee Amendment 1 title. House Bill 776 should pass with Senate Committee Sub 1 and Senate Committee Amendment 1 title.
Does that conclude your report?
It does.
Check.
I have one other committee report. House Bill 36 should pass as rules, two rules as consent. Also, I do have one delivery, a delivery to the governor. It was delivered Friday afternoon, March 20th at 11:28 a.m. Senate Bill 2.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. House Bill 36 already had a previous reading, so it's had now 2 readings and is in the possession of the Rules Committee for further action. All the other bills and resolution have now had their first reading and are to be placed upon the calendar. Mr. Clerk, do you have any new resolutions that have been introduced? We don't? Okay. Thank you, sir. Then the next thing we are going to do is orders of the day. Senator from Taylor.
Mr. President, I need to do some housekeeping before we get to the orders. With that, I move that Senate Bill 4, Senate Bill 5, Senate Bill 46, and Senate Bill 245 be taken from the Rules Committee and placed in the orders of the day for concurrence or non-concurrence.
Seeing no objections, Madam Clerk, make sure that those 4 bills, I believe there were 4, are now placed in the concurrence calendar. Senator from Taylor.
Mr. President, I also move that House Bill 900 be taken from the Rules Committee and placed in the orders of the day for receding or not receding.
Without objection, Madam Clerk, please make that notation as well, that 900, House Bill 900 is now on the receding calendar. Senator from Taylor.
Mr. President, with that, if you would, please have the clerk display the receding orders.
They are displayed. Senator from Taylor.
Mr. President, if you would, please have the clerk report House Bill 900.
Mr. Clerk, please report.
House Bill 900, an act relating to government agencies, making an appropriation therefore and declaring an emergency.
Senator from Taylor.
Mr. President, if you would, please have the clerk report Senate Committee Sub 1 to House Bill 900.
Mr. Clerk, please report the committee substitute.
Senate Committee Sub 1 to House Bill 900.
Senator from Taylor.
Mr. President, I move that the Senate does not recede in Senate Committee Sub 1 to House Bill 900.
The matter before the body is to not recede from Senate Committee Substitute number 1. It is a voice vote. All those in favor of not receding say aye.
Aye.
Opposed. Ayes have it. The Senate does not recede. Senator from Taylor, do you have a motion?
I do, Mr. President. I move that the following members be appointed to the Conference Committee and/or the Free Conference Committee on House Bill 900. So Senator from Kenton, the Senator from Fayette 12, the Senator from Jefferson 36, the Senator from Clay, the Senator from Greene, the Senator from Taylor, the Senator from Henderson, Senator from Warren, the Senator from Jefferson 33, the Senator from Fayette 13, and the Senator from Jefferson 19.
Madam Clerk, if you would please send letter to the House that we are not receding and have appointed our conference and free conference committee members. Senator from Taylor.
Mr. President, if you would, please have the clerk display the concurrence orders.
Madam Clerk, please display. Senator from Taylor, they are displayed.
Mr. President, if you would, I move that Senate Bill 4 with House Committee Sub 1 be taken from the orders of the day for non-concurrence.
Mr. Clerk, if you would, please report Senate Bill 4.
Senate Bill 4, an act relating to school leadership.
Senator from Taylor.
Mr. President, I move that the Senate does not concur with Senate Bill 4 with House Committee Sub 1, House Floor Amendment 1.
Need to report it. Let us first report House Committee Substitute number 1. Mr. Clerk.
House Committee Sub 1 to Senate Bill 4.
Now your motion, Senator from Taylor.
Mr. President, I move that the Senate does not concur with Senate Bill 4 with House Committee Substitute 1.
The matter before the body is to not concur in House Committee Substitute number 1 and understand that all the other amendments are drafted to committee substitute. Therefore, a non-concurrence vote will take care of everything on the board. All those in favor of not concurring with House Committee Substitute number 1 say aye. Aye. Opposed. Ayes have it. House Committee Substitute number 1 as well as House Committee Title Amendment 1, House Floor Amendment 1 are not concurred with. Senator from Taylor.
Mr. President, with that, I move that the following members be appointed to the Conference Committee and/or Free Conference Committee on Senate Bill 4. The senators from Bourbon, Senator from Greene, the Senator from Shelby, and the Senator from Jefferson 33.
Madam Clerk, if you would please send letter to the House that the Senate does not concur with its amendments and that the conference and free conference committees have been appointed. Senator from Taylor.
Mr. President, I move that Senate Bill 5 with House Committee Sub 1 be taken from the orders of the day for concurrence.
We're going to do that. There we go. Senate Bill 5 is now before us, or is on the board. Senator from Taylor.
Mr. President, if you would, please have the clerk report House Committee Sub 1 to Senate Bill 5.
Mr. Clerk, please report Senate
House-
Bill 5.
Do that first before the...
Yeah.
Senate Bill 5, an act relating to Kentucky-grown agricultural product procurement.
Now, would you, upon the motion, Senator from Taylor, report House Committee Substitute Number 1?
House Committee Sub 1 to Senate Bill 5.
Senator from Taylor.
Move for adoption.
Matter for the body is to concur with House Committee Substitute Number 1. Voice vote. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed. The Senate does concur with House Committee Substitute Number 1. Senator from Taylor.
Mr. President, with that, I move for final passage of Senate Bill 5 as amended by House Committee Substitute 1.
The matter before the body is final passage of Senate Bill 5 as amended by House Committee Substitute Number 1 and concurred with by this body. Seeing no one seeking recognition, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Senator Berg. Senator Boswell. Senator Carpenter. Senator Carroll. Senator Chambers Armstrong. Senator Clemens. Senator Deneen. Senator Douglas. Senator Elkins. Senator Funky Fromeyer. Senator Girdler. Senator Givens. Senator Herron. Senator Higdon. Senator Howell. Senator Maiden. Senator Mays Bledsoe. Senator McDaniel. Senator Meredith. Senator Mills. Senator Neal. Senator Nemus. Senator Nunn. Senator Rocky Adams. Senator Rawlings. Senator Reed. Senator Richardson. Senator Smith. Senator Stivers. Senator Storm. Senator Thomas. Senator Tishner. Senator Webb. Senator West. Senator Wheeler. Senator Williams. Senator Wilson. Senator Wise.
Any member seeking recognition to cast, change, or explain their vote? Seeing none, there being 35 yeas, no nays, Senate Bill 5, as amended and concurred with by the Senate, is finally passed. Senator from Taylor, action on a title.
Mr. President, if you would, please have the clerk report House Committee Title Amendment 1 to House Committee Sub 1 to Senate Bill 5.
Mr. Clerk, please report.
House Committee Title Amendment 1 to House Committee Sub 1 to Senate Bill 5.
Senator from Taylor.
Move for concurrence.
Without objection, House Committee Title Amendment is concurred with. Senator from Taylor.
Mr. President, I move that Senate Bill 46 be taken from its place in the concurrence orders.
Mr. Clerk, if you would, please report Senate Bill 46.
Senate Bill 46, an act relating to school transportation and declaring an emergency.
Senator from Taylor.
Mr. President, if you would, please have the clerk report House Committee Substitute 1 to Senate Bill 46.
Mr. Clerk, please report.
House Committee Sub 1 to Senate Bill 46.
Senator from Taylor.
Move for concurrence.
The matter for the body is to concur with House Committee Substitute Number 1. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed. Ayes have it. House Committee Substitute Number 1 is concurred with. Senator from Taylor.
Mr. President, please have the clerk report House Floor Amendment 2 to House Committee Sub 1 to Senate Bill 46.
Mr. Clerk, please report.
House Floor Amendment 2 to House Committee Sub 1 to Senate Bill 46.
Senator from Taylor.
Move for concurrence.
The matter before the body is concurrent. Seeing no one seeking recognition, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed. Ayes have it. House Floor Amendment Number 2 is concurred with. Senator from Taylor.
Mr. President, with that, I move for final passage of Senate Bill 46 as amended by House Committee Sub 1 and House Floor Amendment 2.
The matter before the body is final passage of Senate Bill 46 as amended and concurred with by this body. Seeing no one seeking recognition, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Senator Berg. Senator Boswell. Senator Carpenter. Senator Carroll. Senator Chambers Armstrong, Senator Clemens, Senator Deneen, Senator Douglas, Senator Elkins, Senator Funky Fromeyer, Senator Girdler, Senator Gibbons, Senator Herron, Senator Higdon, Senator Howell, Senator Maiden, Senator Mays Bledsoe, Senator McDaniel, Senator Meredith, Senator Mills, Senator Neal, Senator Nemus, Senator Nunn, Senator Rocky Adams, Senator Rawlings, Senator Reed, Senator Richardson, Senator Smith, Senator Stivers, Senator Storm, Senator Thomas, Senator Tishner, Senator Webb, Senator West, Senator Wheeler, Senator Williams, Senator Wilson, Senator Wise.
Seeing no one seeking recognition to cast, change, or explain their vote, there being 36 yeas, no nays, Senate Bill 46 as amended and concurred with by the Senate is passed. Senator from Taylor.
Mr. President, we're going to pass over Senate Bill 245. I'd ask that it retain its place in the concurrence orders.
Without objection, Senate Bill 245 will be passed over and it will retain its place in the orders of the day. Senator from Taylor.
Mr. President, with that, I move that the regular orders for the day be displayed, please.
Madam Clerk, they are displayed.
Mr. President, we're going to pass over House Bill 4, we're going to pass over House Bill 7, and we'll pass over House Bill 253 for today, but I ask that they retain their place in the orders.
Without objection, those bills will be passed over, but they shall retain their place in the orders of the day. Note 253 as well, Madam Clerk. There we go. Senator from Taylor.
Thank you, Mr. President. And with that, I move that House Bill 58 be taken from its place in the orders of the day, read for the third time by title only, and placed upon its passage.
Mr. Clerk, if you would please report House Bill 58.
House Bill 58, an act relating to privacy protection.
Senator from Taylor.
Mr. President, I yield to the Senator from Marion for explanation of the bill.
Senator from Marion.
Thank you, Mr. President. We have the clerk to please call Senate Committee Substitute 1.
Mr. Clerk, if you would please report Senate Committee Substitute number 1.
Senate Committee Sub 1 to House Bill 58.
Senator from Marion. I was about ready to call
Move
from
for its
Taylor
adoption.
again. Matter for the body is adoption of Senate Committee Substitute number 1. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed. Ayes have it. Senate Committee Substitute number 1 is adopted. Senator from Marion.
Thank you, Mr. President. This bill deals with flock cameras, and flock is a brand name. They're really ALPRs, automatic license plate readers, and their proliferation of those is widespread. And this bill I filed this bill, pretty much the same bill 4 years ago, and just now getting around to it. The House has been passing it for several years. A gentleman from Jefferson 36. This is his bill, and he's tackled this issue. And but it primarily says that the main purpose of this bill, Mr. President, is to make sure that this information that's collected by these cameras and law enforcement and other folks is not sold. And it puts that pretty well in the statute. You can't sell this. It also says if you use these cameras, you must have a written policy, and it must be made public. And like I said, it specifically says you cannot sell this data. You can collect the data and keep it for 90 days, and you can't share it with anyone other than you can share it with law enforcement. And and also it says that law enforcement, if they pull someone over from information gathered by these flock cameras, that they must make sure that they have the right vehicle, that they must make sure that they have the right license number. Also, Mr. President, I have a floor amendment. Would you please have the clerk to call Senate Floor Amendment 1?
Senate Floor Amendment number 1.
to Senate Floor Amendment 1 to Senate Committee Sub 1 to House Bill 58.
Senator from Marion.
Move for its adoption.
Matter for the body is adoption. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Senate Floor Amendment number 1 is adopted. Senator from Marion.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senate Floor Amendment 1 actually gives the Transportation Cabinet, it removes the 90-day limit that they can store this information. They need this information for their toll booths and weigh stations, and they keep that indefinitely because there is a need for that information long beyond the 90 days. So, Mr. President, with that said, I move for passage of House Bill 58 as amended by Senate Floor Amendment 1 and Senate Committee Substitute 1.
The matter for the body is passage of House Bill 58 as amended. Senator from Perry.
Yes, Mr. President. I wonder if the sponsor would yield to a question.
Senator from Marion, will you yield?
I will yield.
He will yield. Senator from Perry.
This is my question. It may have been answered through committee, but I just want to make sure. People have been concerned in the past about programs like this that gather information for good, bad, or indifferent, but that it was collected by an agency outside of the United States boundaries. Is there the company understand what they can do with it and how long they can keep it and what they can't? But who's collecting this information, and is there a surety to all of our constituents that this is an American company and not a company that's outside of our borders that could use this information somehow outside the scope of what we would wish? Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Senator from Marion.
Mr. President, this bill primarily deals with cameras stationed in the state of Kentucky, and this regulation would apply to anyone who had a camera, these cameras, and collecting information in the Commonwealth of Kentucky.
Senator from Perry, do you have further need?
No further need. Thank you.
Senator from Boone 20. Inadvertently hit your, okay.
I can answer that question.
Senator from Marion, there being no other members seeking recognition, I believe the motion on the floor is for passage of House Bill 58 as amended. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Senator Berg. Senator Boswell. Senator Carpenter. Senator Carroll. Senator Chambers Armstrong. Senator Clemens. Senator Deneen. Senator Douglas. Senator Elkins. Senator Funky Fromeyer. Senator Girdler. Senator Givens. Senator Herron. Senator Higdon. Senator Howell. Senator Maiden. Senator Mays Bledsoe. Senator McDaniel. Senator Meredith. Senator Mills. Senator Neal. Senator Nemes. Senator Nunn. Senator Rocky Adams. Senator Rawlings. Senator Reed. Senator Richardson. Senator Smith. Senator Stivers.
Aye.
Senator Storm. Senator Thomas. Senator Tishner. Senator Webb. Senator West. Senator Wheeler. Senator Williams. Senator Wilson. Senator Wise.
Carroll is an aye. Smith is a no. Richards is an aye. Any other members seeking recognition to cast, change, or explain? He's got him. There being 34 yeas, 3 nays, House Bill 53 as or 58 as amended is passed. Senator from Taylor.
Mr. President, I move that House Bill 189 be taken from its place in the orders of the day, read for the third time by title only, and placed upon its passage.
Hold on. Mr. Clerk, if you would, please report House Bill 189.
House Bill 189, an act relating to pedestrians.
Senator from Taylor.
President, I yield to the Senator from Warren for explanation of the bill.
Senator from Warren.
Thank you, Mr. President. House Bill 189 establishes clear standards, statewide standards, limiting pedestrian presence in state-maintained rights-of-way not designed for pedestrian use, while also allowing narrowly tailored local exceptions based on objective safety criteria. It strengthens public safety by reducing pedestrian exposure in high-risk transportation corridors and providing clarity for state and local enforcement. Pedestrians face serious safety risk in state-maintained rights-of-way that are not designed for foot traffic. In fact, in our area, we've had 2 pedestrians that have been killed being in those areas. A clear statewide standard improves predictability while preserving limited local flexibility when safety conditions allow. As all allows local governments to authorize limited safety-based exceptions by ordinance, provided the process is uniform, objective, time-limited, and documented. Does not prohibit pedestrian use of sidewalks, crosswalks, transit stops, or other designated pedestrian areas. Coordination with the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet ensures decisions align with roadway design and safety standards. At this time, Mr. President, I would yield to the Senator from Jefferson 37 for action on floor amendment.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. I would like to speak on it, but I will withdraw this amendment as the primary sponsor, if that's okay.
Without objection, and as the primary sponsor, Senate Floor Amendment number 1 is withdrawn. Senator from Jefferson 37.
Thank you. So after speaking with several people and getting the feedback and the information I have received, I believe this bill, it does protect our rights for our unions out there, for the right to picket peacefully, also the rights to organize and strike or work stoppage. So as long as this does not become an issue, and I'm withdrawing it. And I do thank everybody for getting back to me and speaking with me over this bill over the past weekend. And long as everything holds true, and then if not, I will be back next year and file an amendment or a new bill. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other members seeking recognition? Senator from Jefferson 19.
Thank you, Mr. President. I wish to speak against the motion for passage.
Please proceed.
Thank you, sir. My concern is over some of the unintended consequences from the overly broad language in this legislation. So when it talks about that this makes it a violation to be in a state-maintained right-of-way, that is defined as any land, property, or infrastructure under the jurisdiction or maintenance of the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet that is used by the public for transportation purposes. And so under my reading of this bill, someone could be cited if they are on a sidewalk when they're not sort of moving along actively, or if someone is standing adjacent to a sidewalk in a grassy area. My concern is largely for homeless individuals in Louisville who we passed laws a couple of sessions ago that allowed them to be cited for various things. I believe we're still collecting data and information about how that process is going. My concern is adding more violations, more fines is not going to ultimately serve our goal of providing assistance to those individuals. And so for that reason, I'll be voting no and urge other members to do the same. Thank you.
Seeing no one else seeking recognition, Madam Clerk. Oh, Senator from Warren.
Thank you, Mr. President. If there are no more questions, I would move for passage of House Bill 189.
The matter for the body is passage of House Bill 189.
Final passage.
Madam Clerk, please call the roll. And it is final passage. You're right.
Senator Berg.
Senator from Jefferson. Then explain.
Thank you, Mr. President. I stand to explain a no vote. I have two concerns with this bill. One, again, how does this affect homeless people? Somebody who is sleeping adjacent to a road, does this mean they are not allowed to be there? And then, my second concern, honestly, is that in many states, pedestrians always have the right-of-way. And I'm not sure that I think that motorists deserve that. So thank you. I vote no.
Senator Boswell. Senator Carpenter. Senator Carroll. Senator Chambers Armstrong. Senator Clemens. Senator Deneen. Senator Douglas. Senator Elkins. Senator Funky Fromeyer. Senator Girdler. Senator Givens. Senator Herron. Senator Higdon. Senator Howell. Senator Maiden. Senator Mays Bledsoe. Senator McDaniel. Senator Meredith. Senator Mills. Senator Neal. Senator Nemes. Senator Nunn. Senator Rocky Adams. Senator Rawlings. Senator Reed. Senator Richardson. Senator Smith. Senator Stivers. Senator Storm. Senator Thomas. Senator Tishner. Senator Webb. Senator West. Senator Wheeler. Senator Williams. Senator Wilson. Senator Wise.
There being 31 yeas, 6 nays, House Bill 189 is finally passed. Senator from Taylor.
Mr. President, I move that House Bill 657 be taken from its place in the order of the day, read for the third time by title only, and placed upon its passage.
Mr. Clerk, if you would please report House Bill 657.
House Bill 657, an act relating to professional licensing background checks.
Senator from Taylor.
Mr. President, I yield to the Senator from Jefferson 36 for explanation of the bill.
Senator from Jefferson 36.
Thank you, Mr. President. House Bill 657 creates a new section of KRS. It's related to psychologists, occupational therapists, speech language pathologists, audiologists, social workers, and professional counselors. So what this bill will do, it now requires these occupations to receive a national and state background check for applicants seeking an initial license, reinstatement of a license, or authorization to practice in another state in accordance with the compact. Mr. President, if there are no questions on this simple little bill, I move for final passage of House Bill 657.
The matter for the body is final passage of House Bill 657. Seeing no one seeking recognition, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Senator Berg. Senator Boswell. Senator Carpenter. Senator Carroll. Senator Chambers Armstrong. Senator Clemens. Senator Deneen. Senator Douglas. Senator Elkins. Senator Funky Fromeyer. Senator Girdler. Senator Givens. Senator Herron. Senator Higdon. Senator Howell. Senator Maiden. Senator Mays Bledsoe. Senator McDaniel. Senator Meredith. Senator Mills. Senator Neal. Senator Nemes. Senator Nunn. Senator Rocky Adams. Senator Rawlings. Senator Reed. Senator Richardson. Senator Smith. Senator Stivers. Senator Storm. Senator Thomas, Senator Tishner, Senator Webb, Senator West, Senator Wheeler, Senator Williams, Senator Wilson, Senator Wise.
Higdon and Givens are ayes. Howe? No Howe. No other members seeking, Storm is there. All right. No other members seeking recognition. There being 36 yeas, 1 nay. House Bill 657 is finally passed. Senator from Taylor.
Mr. President, with that, that concludes today's orders of the day.
Senator from Taylor. Next order of business is meeting of Rules Committee and Committee on Committees. Do you have a motion?
Mr. President, I do. I move that the Senate recess for meeting of the Rules Committee and Committee on Committees at the clerk's desk, please.
This body shall be in recess until call of the chair.
Senate will come to order. Next order of business is report of committees. Mr. Clerk, please report.
For Tuesday, March 24th, 2026, the Rules Committee has met, posted these bills to the consent orders for Wednesday, March 25th, 2026. House Bill 43, House Bill 164, House Bill 188, House Bill 307, House Bill 379, House Bill 392, House Bill 436, House Bill 565, and House Bill 576. Rules Committee has also posted these bills to the regular orders for Thursday, March 26, 2026, House Bill 6 and House Joint Resolution 50. The Committee on Committees has met and referred the following bills and resolutions for Tuesday, March 24th, 2026, to the Economic Development, Tourism, and Labor Committee, House Bills 480 and 692. To the Education Committee, House Bills 490, 619, 652, and 759. To Health Services, House Bill 676, 689, and House Joint Resolution 24. To the Judiciary Committee, House Bills 422, 762, and 780. To Natural Resources and Energy, Senate Bill 200. To State and Local Government, House Bills 607 and 642. To Transportation, House Bill 311. To the Senate floor, Senate Resolutions 181, 182, 183, 184, 185, 186, and 187. To Veterans, Military Affairs, and Public Protection, House Bills 567 and 767. And reassigned taken from Licensing and Occupations, reassigned to Health Services, House Bill 387, taken from Licensing and Occupations, and reassigned to Judiciary, House Bill 566.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. The next order of business is motions, petitions, resolutions, communications, and announcements. Senator from Taylor.
Mr. President, you make a couple of motions, please.
Yes, sir.
Mr. President, the first, we need to suspend the rules in order to return back to the regular orders of the day, please.
Under suspension of the rules solely for your motion, we are back in the orders of the day. Senator from Taylor.
Mr. President, with that, we need to pass over the consent orders for today.
Hearing no objection, record will reflect that the consent orders have been passed over for today, but will retain their place in the orders of the day. Senator from Taylor.
Thank you, Mr. President. Next, I need to do some bill readings, please.
Please proceed. You can make all those in one motion, sir.
Mr. President, with that, I move that House Bill 2 be taken from the Committee on Appropriations and Revenue, given its first reading, and returned to the Committee on Appropriations and Revenue. Mr. President, I move that House Bill 692 be taken from the Committee on Economic Development, Tourism, and Labor, given its first reading, and returned to the Committee on Economic Development, Tourism, and Labor. Mr. President, I move that House Bill 490 be taken from the Education Committee, given its first reading, and returned to the Education Committee. I move that House Bill 727 be taken from the Education Committee, given its first reading, and returned to the Committee on Education. Mr. President, I move that House Bill 78 be taken from the Judiciary Committee, given its first reading, and returned to the Judiciary Committee. I move that House Bill 398 be taken from the Natural Resources and Energy Committee, be given its first reading, and returned to the Committee on Natural Resources and Energy. Mr. President, I move that House Bill 10, House Bill 139, House Bill 607 be taken from the State and Local Government Committee, be given their first reading, and returned to the Committee on State and Local Government. And Mr. President, I move that House Bill 567 be taken from the Committee on Veterans, Military Affairs, and Public Protection, given its first reading, and returned to the Committee on Veterans, Military Affairs, and Public Protection. Mr. President.
Senator from Taylor, your motion is in order. Mr. Clerk, would you please give first readings to all the bills aforementioned by the Senator from Taylor?
A lot of reading.
House Bill 2, an act relating to Medicaid, making an appropriation, therefore, and declaring an emergency. House Bill 692, an act relating to data privacy. House Bill 490, an act relating to employment of public post-secondary education institutions and declaring an emergency. House Bill 727, an act relating to the Kentucky Educator Placement Service System. House Bill 78, an act relating to firearms liability protections and declaring an emergency. House Bill 398, an act relating to decommissioning costs for electric generating units. House Bill 10, an act relating to state constitutional officer transitions. House Bill 139, an act relating to elections and declaring an emergency. House Bill 607, an act relating to consolidated local governments. House Bill 567, an act relating to open records.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Let the record reflect that House Bill 2, House Bill 692, House Bill 490, House Bill 727, House Bill 78, House Bill 398, House Bill 10, House Bill 139, House Bill 607, and House Bill 567 have all been taken from the Committee of Jurisdiction, given a first reading, and returned to said committee. Senator from Taylor.
Mr. President, my last motions are that I move that House Bill 757 be taken from the Appropriations and Revenue Committee, given its second reading, and returned to the Committee on Appropriations and Revenue. Mr. President, I move that House Bills 501, House Bill 502, House Joint Resolution 75, House Joint Resolution 76 be taken from the Transportation Committee, given their second readings, and returned to the Transportation Committee.
Mr. Clerk, based on the Senator from Taylor's appropriate motion, please read into the record a second reading for the aforementioned bills.
House Bill 757, an act relating to revenue measures and declaring an emergency. House Bill 501, an act relating to the appropriations providing financing and conditions for the operations, maintenance, support, and functioning of the Transportation Cabinet of the Commonwealth of Kentucky. House Bill 502, an act relating to road projects and declaring an emergency. House Joint Resolution 75, joint resolution relating to road projects. House Joint Resolution 76, a joint resolution relating to road projects.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Let the record reflect that House Bill 757, House Bill 501, House Bill 502, House Joint Resolution 75, and House Joint Resolution 76 have all been taken from their Committee of Jurisdiction, given a second reading, and returned to said committee. Other members seeking recognition under this order of business. Senator from Boone 11, I have you next in the queue.
Thank you, Mr. President. Would you please ask the clerk to report Senate Resolution 187 by title only?
Mr. Clerk, please report Senate Resolution 187 by title.
Senate Resolution 187, resolution recognizing May 2026 as ALS Awareness Month in Kentucky.
Senator from Boone 11.
All right, Mr. President, thank you. While resolutions addressing amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, as we know ALS, have been adopted in the past, it remains essential that we continue to bring attention to this devastating disease. This resolution formally recognizes May 2026 as Amyotrophic Lateral Sclerosis Awareness Month in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. ALS, commonly known as Lou Gehrig's disease, is a progressive and fatal neurodegenerative disorder. It gradually disrupts the connection between the brain and the body's muscles, leading to the loss of the ability to walk, speak, eat, and ultimately breathe. Despite ongoing research efforts, the exact cause of ALS remains unknown, and there is currently no cure. Many of us have witnessed firsthand the profound impact ALS has on individuals and their families. We have seen the courage of those diagnosed and the hardship they endure. Our thoughts and prayers are with all who are affected by this disease. At the same time, we must remain steadfast in our commitment to hope. Through continued awareness, advocacy, and investment in research, we move closer to the day when ALS is not a terminal diagnosis, but a manageable condition and ultimately a disease of the past. Move adoption of Senate Resolution 187.
Motion for the body is on adoption of the resolution. Hearing no objection, Senate Resolution 187 is adopted. Senator from Boone 11, thank you, sir. Next in the queue, I have the senator from Bullitt. Senator from Bullitt, what purpose?
Thank you, Mr. President. Communication.
Please proceed.
The Senate, state, and local government will meet tomorrow at 11 a.m.
11 a.m. committee meeting. Members, please take note. Senator from Shelby, what purpose?
Thank you, Mr. President. For the purpose of making a motion.
Please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. President. I ask that the clerk read Senate Resolution 148 in its entirety.
Mr. Clerk, please report Senate Resolution 148 in its entirety.
Senate Resolution 148, resolution recognizing June 2026 as Fidelity Month. Whereas the National Opinion Research Center and the Wall Street Journal found in an opinion poll that American support for traditional values such as faith, family, and patriotism are declining. Whereas the principles of faith, family, and patriotism have long been seen as crucial for the health of American society. Whereas children who are raised in a religious or spiritual environment are better protected from illicit drugs and promiscuity. And whereas children with a religious upbringing experienced more happiness, increased community involvement, and greater sense of mission and purpose, and higher levels of forgiveness. Whereas an abundance of research shows that children who grow up in married two-parent families are more likely to be employed, graduate from college, and are less likely to be depressed or be sentenced for criminal activity, end up poor, or bear children in their teens. Whereas George Washington stated that of all dispositions and habits which lead to political prosperity, religion, and morality are the indispensable supports. And whereas the cultivation of such virtues as fidelity to God, family, community, and country leads to human flourishing and healthy society. And now therefore be it resolved by the Senate of the General Assembly of the Commonwealth of Kentucky, members of the Senate hereby recognize the month of June 2026 as Fidelity Month for the purpose of rededicating Kentucky to the civic virtues of faith, family, and patriotism.
Move adoption, Mr. President. Senate Resolution 148.
Motion for the body is on adoption of Senate Resolution number 148. Hearing no objection, resolution is adopted. Thank you, Senator.
Thank you.
Senator from Fayette 13, what purpose?
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to call 4 resolutions, all by title only.
Let's do them one at a time, and please proceed.
Yes, Mr. President. Could you ask the clerk to please report Senate Resolution 88 by title only?
Mr. Clerk, please report Senate Resolution 88 by title.
Senate Resolution 88, a resolution recognizing the 250th anniversary of the United States Postal Service on July 25, 2025, and encouraging the protection of the institution.
Senator from Fayette 13.
I move its adoption, Mr. President.
Motion for the body is on adoption of the resolution number 88. Hearing no objection, Senate Resolution 88 is adopted. Senator from Fayette 13.
Mr. President, next I ask the clerk to please report Senate Resolution 108 by title only.
Mr. Clerk, please report Senate Resolution 108 by title.
Senate Resolution 108, a resolution adjourning the Senate in honor and loving memory of Dr. Tom Shelton.
Moves adoption, Mr. President.
Senator from Fayette 13, go ahead.
That moves adoption.
Motion for the body's adoption of Resolution 108. Hearing no objections, Senate Resolution 108 is also adopted. Senator from Fayette 13.
Thank you, Mr. President. Next, I will ask the clerk to please report Senate Resolution 162 by title only.
Mr. Clerk, please report Senate Resolution 162 by title.
Senate Resolution 162, resolution honoring Pastor Richard Gaines on the occasion of his 30th anniversary at Consolidated Baptist Church.
Senator from Fayette 13.
Move its adoption, Mr. President.
Motion for the body's on adoption of Senate Resolution number 162. Hearing no objection, Senate Resolution 162 is also adopted. Senator from Fayette 13.
My fourth and final resolution I'd like to call, Mr. President, is Senate Resolution 178 by title only.
Mr. Clerk, please report Senate Resolution 178 by title.
Senate Resolution 178, resolution adjourning the Senate in honor and loving memory of Valentino Tony Anthony Peter Sampaio.
Senator from Fayette 13.
I move its adoption, Mr. President.
Motion for the body is on adoption of Senate Resolution number 178. Chair hears no objection to the motion for adoption, so the motion is passed, and Senate Resolution 178 is adopted.
That concludes my business, Mr. President. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Senator from Grayson, what purpose?
Announcement, Mr. President.
Please proceed.
The Health Services Committee meeting will meet at 8 o'clock in the morning. We have 5 bills on our agenda, so please, everyone be on time. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Health Services Committee members, please take note. Senator from McCracken, what purpose?
Memorial resolution, Mr. President.
All right, give us just a moment, sir. Members, if we could please have members take their seats and an extra level of quiet in the chamber. The Senator from McCracken is preparing to request action on memorial resolution. Now, Senator from McCracken, please proceed.
Mr. President, we please ask the clerk to report Senate Resolution 147 and read it in its entirety.
Mr. Clerk, please report Senate Resolution 147 and report that in its entirety.
Senate Resolution 147, resolution adjourning the Senate in honor of the life and legacy of Brigadier General Billy Brandon Morgan. Whereas Brigadier General Billy Brandon Morgan was born on April 11th, 1929, in Puryear, Tennessee, and was raised in Benton, Kentucky, where he graduated from Benton High School in 1947. Whereas he pursued higher education at Freed-Hardeman College before transferring to Murray State University, where he earned a degree in business in 1950. Whereas in 1951 he enlisted in the U.S. Air Force and was accepted into the Aviation Cadet Pilot Training Program, beginning a distinguished military career marked by dedication, professionalism, and service to the nation. And whereas Brigadier General Billy Brandon Morgan served as a pilot instructor and pilot in Germany and France during and after the Korean War, where he met and married his sweetheart, Irene Whiteside of Texas. Whereas, while stationed in Lubbock, Texas, he served as Associate Professor of Air Science and Commandant of Cadets at Texas Tech University, where he earned a Master of Arts degree in government. Whereas, after returning to Benton in 1960, Brigadier General Billy Brandon Morgan continued his service in the United States Air Force Reserve and the Tennessee Air National Guard, flying troop and cargo missions during the Vietnam War. Whereas Brigadier General Billy Morgan ultimately achieved the rank of Brigadier General in 1981 and retired in September of 1985 after 35 years of honorable active service and Reserve and Air Force National Guard service. Whereas throughout his military career he received numerous decorations and commendations, including the Legion of Merit, Meritorious Service Medal, National Defense Service Medal, Army of Occupation Medal in Germany, Commendation Ribbon, Armed Forces Longevity Service Award, and Air Force Outstanding Unit Award. And whereas Brigadier General Billy Brandon Morgan was a lifelong member of the Benton Church of Christ, faithfully serving as a deacon for 25 years and as an elder for 20 years. And whereas he was a founding supporter of the West Kentucky Children's Home, now known as New Pathways for Children, and served for more than 3 decades on the board of directors of the French African Christian Education in West Africa. Whereas Brigadier General Billy Brandon Morgan was a respected community leader and businessman in Benton, Kentucky, serving as principal owner, independent insurance agent, and realtor with Morgan, Trevathan, and Gunn for 35 years. Whereas he served his community in numerous leadership roles, including Benton City Council, the Benton Lions Club, Marshall County Chamber of Commerce, the Kentucky Barkley Lake Board of Realtors, the Marshall County Hospital Board of Directors, and is the founder and director of the Marshall County High School Athletic Foundation. He also served as chairman of the board of directors for Bradshaw and Wheel, and as a director for several banks in western Kentucky, and was named to the Marshall County Schools Distinguished Hall of Fame. Whereas Brigadier General Billy Brandon Morgan was a devoted supporter of higher education, serving as chairman and longtime member of the Board of Trustees for Freed-Hardeman University, where he was recognized as an outstanding alumnus and received an honorary Doctor of Laws degree. Whereas he was inducted into the Freed-Hardeman University Sports Hall of Fame and the Tennessee Independent Colleges and Universities Association Hall of Fame. Whereas he was a lifetime member of the Murray State University Alumni Association, served on the Murray State University Board of Regents, and received the Distinguished Alumnus Award for Professional Achievement and the Golden Horseshoe Award for volunteer service to the university. And whereas Brigadier General Billy Brandon Morgan was a devoted husband, father, and family man who cherished the time spent with his loved ones and enjoyed sharing his passion for sports, whether cheering on his favorite teams or encouraging friendly competition, using those moments to pass on lessons of teamwork, perseverance, and character, and that will continue to guide those who knew and loved him. Whereas Brigadier General Billy Morgan passed away peacefully on February 28, 2026, at the age of 96, surrounded by his family, whereas he was preceded in death by his beloved wife of 60 years, Irene Whiteside Morgan, and is survived by his daughter Shannon, his son Brandon, his sisters Patricia and Martha, and his brother Philip, and 4 grandchildren and 10 great-grandchildren, and many nieces and nephews. Whereas Brigadier General Billy Brandon Morgan was known for his wit, his wisdom, generosity, and devotion to family, faith, and community, he leaves behind a legacy that will continue to inspire the people of Marshall County and the Commonwealth of Kentucky. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Senate of the General Assembly of the Commonwealth of Kentucky, the Senate hereby honors the life, service, and legacy of Brigadier General Billy Brandon Morgan and recognizes his extraordinary contributions to the U.S. of America and the Commonwealth of Kentucky and the community of Benton, Kentucky.
Senator from McCracken.
Mr. President, if we all could leave that kind of legacy when we leave this earth. Bill Morgan may have been a brigadier general, but I knew him as coach. At a time when I was a young man with a little bit of an attitude, he took me under his wing as a baseball coach, and I got very close with him and his family. I played ball with one of his sons, and continued that relationship through being a young man and on into adulthood. When I ran for office, he was by my side and always a source of advice and inspiration. And I enjoyed, sometimes in life there are just certain people that you enjoy spending time with, and as a younger man, I always enjoyed spending time with my elders because I learned so much, and Bill was one of those men. And you talk about a village raising a child. Bill was one of the members of that village that helped raise me from a young man, just by the example that he set and the kindness and the patience that he showed me over the years. And our community will badly miss him, and he will be remembered for decades to come because of the service that he provided, not only to our community, but to the state, to this country, as far as his service to the military. And Mr. President, no finer man did I have the pleasure of knowing throughout my life than Bill Morgan. And I know his family misses him badly, and wish them the very best in all they do in the future, and just very proud to have known him, and very grateful for the impact that he had on my life. Thank you, Mr. President.
Senator, would you like to move for adoption of that resolution?
Sorry, Mr. President. Move for adoption.
Motion for the body is on adoption of Senate Resolution number 147. All those in favor of the motion for adoption, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it. Senate Resolution 147 is adopted. Senator, share our condolences with the family and the community over the loss of Brigadier General Morgan. Thank you, sir. Any other member seeking recognition under this order of business? Seeing now, the next order of business is introduction of floor amendments. Mr. Clerk, please introduce to the body any new floor amendments.
New floor amendments. Senate Floor Amendment 1 to House Bill 6, Senator Carroll. Senate Floor Amendment 1 to House Bill 36 with Senate Committee Sub 1, Senator Rocky Adams. Senate Floor Amendment 1 to House Bill 67 with Senate Committee Sub 1, Senator Funky Fromeyer. Senate Floor Amendment 1 to House Bill 757, Senator Williams.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. I've just been informed that it appears that the Enrollment Committee is surreptitiously meeting in the back of the chamber or the middle of the chamber. Senator from Scott.
Thank you, Mr. President. You are on your game almost to the degree that the Enrollment Committee is on their game. So the Enrollment Committee has met and finds that the following bills are in order and ready for your signature: Senate Bill 5 and Senate Bill 46, Mr. President.
Thank you, sir. The chair is preparing to sign Senate Bill 46. Is the senator from Callaway close by? Staff, would you check and see if the senator from Callaway is in the office there? All right, he's going to miss his photo op. Chair is preparing to sign Senate Bill 5. Thank you. Now, the next order of business is introduction of new resolutions. Mr. Clerk, please introduce new resolutions.
Senate Resolution 188, resolution honoring the Penner Elementary School archery team for winning the 2026 Kentucky National Archery in the Schools Program 3D State Championship. Senator Nunn. Senate Resolution 189, resolution expressing support for the Ohio River Restoration Program Act to advance clean water, economic development, community stability, and expanded recreation opportunities in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. Senator Neal.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. The next order of business in our order of businesses is adjournment, but I believe, Senator from Taylor, you have a communication you'd like to make.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a quick announcement.
Please proceed.
Mr. President, at this time, we're waiting on the House to deliver us the articles of impeachment. And so with that, I would just like to say that we will need to recess upon the time that we will take up the articles of impeachment from the House.
The Senate shall stand in recess until the call of the chair solely for the purpose of receiving communications from the House. Senate will come to order. Senator from Scott 17, I believe your committee has been at work again, sir.
Yes, Mr. President, the Enrollment Committee continues its diligent work and has met and finds the following bills are in order and ready for your signature. House Bill 189 and House Bill 657.
Chair is preparing to sign House Bill 189. And Chair is preparing to sign House Bill 657. Thank you, Clerk. Mr. Clerk, please report. It appears you have one more delivery.
Delivery to the governor. Senate Bill 5 and Senate Bill 46 was delivered at 3:18 p.m. this afternoon, March 24th, 2026.
Record will reflect as such. Thank you, sir. Senate will continue to stand at ease. Let's go, Senator from Taylor, if you'll make the motion again. Let's go back into recess, awaiting communication, further communication from the House.
Mr. President, I move the Senate recess to the call of the chair.
Senate will stand in recess till the call of the chair.
Body shall come to order. Chair would recognize the senator from Grayson for introduction of a guest.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Clerk of the House is here to communicate with our Senate.
Madam Clerk, are you here to communicate or is understood?
Senator Blanton is here to communicate with our Senate.
Gentleman from McGoffin.
Thank you, Mr. President. In obedience to House Resolution 124, adopted by the House of Representatives on March 20th, 2026, today I appear in this chamber for the purpose of laying before the Senate the House impeachment of Julie Muth Goodman, Circuit Judge for the 22nd Judicial Circuit. I lay before the Senate true and accurate copies of the House Resolution 124. The articles of impeachment the report of the House of the Impeachment Committee and the minority report of the House Impeachment Committee. Records of the House Impeachment Committee proceedings, including the documents and testimony received and considered by the committee, are hereby transmitted to the Clerk of the Senate. The Speaker of the House of Representatives has appointed the following 5 members to prosecute the impeachment before the Senate. Myself, Representative John Blanton, will serve as chair, Representative Jennifer Decker, Representative Steve Doan, Representative Jason Nemus, and Representative T.J. Roberts. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. And gentleman from McGoffin, do you have the paperwork?
I do, Mr. President.
All right, if the clerk of the House could please deliver those to our clerk, Donna. Sign the receipt document. Thank you, Madam Clerk. Gentleman from McGoffin, thank you for delivery of that. The Senate will start its process as defined by the Constitution now that we have the articles of impeachment. Thank you, sir. Senator from Taylor, I believe that's the only other item of business we were waiting on. Seeing no member in the queue seeking recognition, do you have a motion?
Mr. President, I do. I move that the Senate adjourn until 2 p.m. Wednesday, March 25th, year of our Lord, 2026.
Without objection, the Senate shall stand adjourned to the hour of 2 p.m. Wednesday, March 25th,